Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Now today I'm basically in my room. As you can probably tell, I've been painting. So I'm just doing a 360 spin. So yeah, it's me walking sort of around my room on my phone, so it's going to be a little bit sort of in and out of focus. Basically this is the prediction video for the weekend. We've got tonight's matches in the FA Cup and in the League One and the Scottish Championship. Obviously, as you'll know by Twitter feed, I'm actually adding the Scottish League into the predictions just to make more for the channel. So we're going to start with Derby County and Northampton. Northampton are at home to Derby County tonight. It's a really good FA Cup tie. Obviously with Wayne Rooney at Derby, I think he's going to, well, he's supposed to bring a lot to them. So that's going to make the game interesting. Northampton are very strong at home, so the potential for a cup shock is actually quite high in this one. But I do think that Derby will come through this, and I've gone with a 2-1 win for Derby. Moving on to Queen's Park Rangers versus Sheffield Wednesday. QPR, like I said in a few videos, they've been quite good at home. And now, facing Sheffield Wednesday, I think this is going to be a good game for them. But, however, I do think it's going to finish 1-0 to QPR. Into League One, there is one League One match tonight, and that is between Sunderland and Doncaster. Now, Sunderland have been improving and they've been doing a hell of a lot better, and I think that they'll win this game by 2-0 as I try and get a good focus on my phone. The Scottish Championship now, and that is between Dunfermline and Dundee. It's 4th versus 5th. I could have gone with a draw in this game, but I've actually given it just slightly to Dundee and gone with a 2-1 win for them. So, it's my little bit of paper. So, we move into Saturday and the FA Cup. So, Brentford versus Leicester. Now, I've gone with a 2-0 win for Leicester. I think although Brentford have been quite strong at home, and they've been, they are a really good side, I just think that Leicester are just going to have too much. But then it depends on what team Leicester put out. But I have gone with a 2-0. Burnley versus Norwich is the next game, and I think this game is going to finish 2-2. I think it's going to be the first of some draws that I've predicted, and I think as good as Burnley are at home, I think Norwich, they do score goals, and with Pukki they're quite dangerous, so I've gone there with a 2-2. The funny game of the weekend, Coventry City versus Birmingham. Birmingham away from home, but playing at home against Coventry. Yeah. Work that one out. So I've gone there with Birmingham to win 2-1. It's a little bit of a weird one to predict with them being at home but away sort of thing, but it's kind of a weird one. The only thing that really is going to change is that they're going to be in their away kit, but it's pretty much they're at home. So that's going to be a good tie. Then you've got Millwall versus Sheffield United. Now, this one I've actually gone with a 1-1 draw. I think this one could go to a replay. Millwall obviously beat us last weekend. They've done really well at home, but Sheffield United are a very, very strong side. So I've actually gone with them to win that. 1-1. So, the next game is Newcastle versus Oxford United. Now, I've actually gone with a 3-0 win here for Newcastle. I just realised I actually said a win to Sheffield United and I said 1-1, so it's 2-1 Sheffield United. 3-0 to Newcastle. I think that as good as Oxford have been, and they've been getting some really, really good results, I do think that this one is just going to be a little bit too far for them. So I've gone with the win there for Newcastle. Portsmouth versus Barnsley. I think this is going to be one of not so many shocks at the weekend, but I think this will be a shock. And I've actually gone in this game for Portsmouth to win 1-0. Reading versus Cardiff. Ooh, it's interesting when it gets to our game. To be honest, we've been in a little bit of a dip of form. We've won some games, we've lost some games, and it's been a little bit sort of back and forth. But I'm slightly confident we can do this. I've gone 2-1 to Reading, but Cardiff are going to be a very difficult opponent, so good luck to them. Southampton versus Spurs. Again, Spurs are just not firing at the moment. They're sort of hit and miss, and So I've actually gone in this one for a 2-1 win for Southampton. West Ham versus West Brom, if I can read my writing. This was always a tricky one for me, I think, because West Brom are looking like one of the strongest sides in the Championship, and West Ham are struggling in the Premier League. So I can actually see a shock here, and I've actually gone with a 3-1 win for West Brom. So it's a bit of an out there risky one, but I think they might do it. And then the final game is the 5:30 game between Hull and Chelsea. This is also going to be a very interesting cup tie, but I've actually given this one to Chelsea and gone 3-0 to Chelsea. There's one game in the Championship on Saturday, and that is between Stoke City and Swansea, if I can actually learn what I've written. Again, that's going to be an interesting game. I think there's not going to be too many goals in that game. I think there's just going to be the one, and I've gone with a 1-0 win for Swansea. So we move on into League 2. So the next games on that agenda is going to be the League 1 matches. So we'll start with Bristol Rovers versus Fleetwood Town. I think that Bristol Rovers they're doing quite well at home. So for Fleetwood to have to travel, it's a little bit more difficult for them. So I've actually gone with a 1-0 win for Bristol Rovers in this game. Burton versus Accrington Stanley. Now, Accrington are picking up more points away from home than they are at home, so I've actually gone with a 2-1 win for Accrington in that one. Ipswich Town versus Lincoln. Now, this is where I could get grilled in the comments. I've actually gone with a 3-1 win for Lincoln. I think Lincoln have been getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, and I just think they'll get this result. Peterborough versus Rotherham. Now, Peterborough got a cracking win last week. I think they're going to continue this, but I then thought, well, Rotherham are quite good as well, so I've actually got this down as a 2-2 draw. Rochdale versus Gillingham. A tricky game, tricky tie. Both teams are trying to get good form together, but I've gone with a 2-1 win for Gillingham. As I flip over my bit of paper. Moving into League 2. Carlisle versus Walsall. Now, I've got this game down as a 1-1 draw. I think that Carlisle will score because they're being at home. They do normally score goals, but Walsall will attack as well. So I've gone with a 1-1. Crawley versus Grimsby Town. This is always a good tie, and I've actually gone with a 2-0 win for Grimsby Town in this one. Exeter City versus Colchester United. Now, Colchester have been a little bit hit and miss. Exeter are starting to get some really good form together, so I've actually gone with a 2-1 win for Exeter. Leyton Orient versus Newport County. Now, Newport County have had some interesting results recently. I think they can score goals. They're a good little side, and I've actually got them to win this in my head 2-1. Macclesfield Town versus Forest Green Rovers. Now, for me, this game I've got it down as a 3-0 for Forest Green. I think Macclesfield, although they've been doing well, they are starting to struggle a little bit as well at points, and I think the Forest Green might be a little bit too strong for them. Okay, Morecambe versus Cambridge. Now, Cambridge got beaten midweek by Stevenage, which surprised a lot of people. But I think they'll bounce back here against another poor side in League 2 in Morecambe, and I think it'll be 2-1 to Cambridge. Salford City versus Oldham Athletic. It took me a while to sort of and ah about this game. I didn't really see there being too many goals, so I sort of went, not sat on the fence, but I went safe and went 1-0 to Salford. Stevenage versus Plymouth. Now, again, I know, like I said, Stevenage got a good result against Cambridge in the week, but I just don't think they're going to be good enough to beat Plymouth, and I've gone with a 3-0 win for Plymouth Argyle. Swindon Town versus Port Vale. As I said, Swindon have had a really good season, and I think they'll continue that and win 2-1. Into the National League on Saturday, Boreham Wood versus Barrow. I've given this game a 1-0 to Barrow. I think they're going to continue their flight up the league, at top of the league, and they're happy. I think they'll probably win the National League, and that's just my opinion. Bromley 1, Barnet 1 I've gone for in the next game. Chesterfield 2, Filed nil. Interesting in there. I don't see Filed scoring, but they do sometimes. So that might backfire on me. Chorley 1, Halifax Town 3. Again, an interesting weekend for Halifax, and I think that they're getting better at home in a way, so I think they could get a result here. So I've gone 3-1. Dagenham 1, Notts County 2. Dover Athletic 0, Aldershot Town 1, and Harrogate Town 0, Wrexham 2. And no, that wasn't me auditioning for Sky Sports News, but that's the National League. I believe. Oh, there is a few more on my other bit page. Okay, it says Hartlepool versus Stockport County. Hartlepool are getting some interesting results, but Stockport, I think, are going to have a little bit more than them. So I've actually gone with a 2-1 win for Stockport. Maidenhead against Eastleigh, I've gone with a 0-0 draw. Sutton 1, Solihull Moors 2. Torquay United 3, Ebbsfleet United 1, and Woking 2, Yeovil Town 3. So that's the National League. Again, in the comments, please put your predictions and what you think some of the scores are going to be and what team you support and how you think my prediction will be. So into the Scottish Premiership. We welcome the Scottish Premiership to the first weekend, Accas. I'm hoping that these videos, like I say, the longer they are, there's more content and you guys will enjoy them more. So the Scottish Premiership, we have Celtic versus Ross County, and I've gone with a 3-0 win for Celtic. I've got Hamilton 1, Livingston 2. I've got Motherwell 0, Hibernian 2. St Johnstone 1, Kilmarnock 2. Moving into the Scottish Championship, so Arbroath 1, Partick Thistle 2. Ayr United 2, Inverness Caledonian Thistle 2. Dunfermline, is it Dunfermline? Yes, it's Dunfermline 2, Morton 1. And Queen of the South 1, Alloa Athletic 2. Moving on. When I can find the right page in my book. Here we are. That one. Yeah, I write all these out before. So, Airdrie 1, Stranraer 1, Clyde 2, East Fife 2. That's my Scottish team that I like. Falkirk 2, Forfar Athletic 0. Peterhead 2, Dumbarton 1, and Wraith 1, Montrose 1. So moving into the Scottish League 2, it's Cove Rangers 2, Annan Athletic 1, Cowdenbeath 2, Brechin 0, Queen's Park 1, Albion 0, Stenhousemuir 2, Edinburgh City 1, and Stirling 2, Elgin 0. I apologise, it's Queen's Park 1, Albion Rovers 0. So that's the Saturday games. So then we move on to Sunday, and there's just the 5 on Sunday, which is Manchester City versus Fulham in the FA Cup, and I've gone with a 3-0 win for Manchester City. Tranmere versus Manchester United, I've actually gone for a 2-2 draw. Shrewsbury 0, Liverpool 5. And in the Scottish Premiership on that day, St Mirren 0, Aberdeen 2, Hearts 1, Rangers 3. Now, moving on to Monday night, and there's just the one game on the Monday night, and that's Bournemouth versus Arsenal, and I've gone with a 2-0 win for Arsenal. So I think that's gonna be pretty good. So that concludes those predictions for the weekend, for Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday and Monday. So not so too many games over the weekend in England and Scotland, but I hope that you've enjoyed my predictions. Please like and subscribe. Thank you to my new subscribers. It's much appreciated. It's wonderful that we can help each other. I can promote your channel if you can promote mine. It's fantastic. We can all help each other. So please like and subscribe. Let your friends know about the channel. If you do that, please let me know, and I can promote your channel on Twitter or on here. Again, thank you for watching, guys. There will be another video on Monday previewing the FA Cup draw, whether Reading are in it or not. That will be on as well. Then there'll be the prediction videos as well. I'd like to do more videos for the channel. Please, any sort of advice or things you'd like to see on the channel, please put some comments in there, send me some inboxes, Twitter, whatever, and let me know what sort of content you want me to cover, and I shall do that. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the extra content in Scotland. Thanks for bearing with the new colour in the room, and we'll catch up with you guys soon. So have a wonderful weekend, good luck to all your teams, and we'll see you soon. Take care, bye bye.